Ever wondered what the city of the future will look like? Will we have flying cars, buildings that breathe, and parks floating in the sky? What if I told you the future isn't that far away, and that the blueprints for our tomorrow are being drawn right now by a group of visionaries we call the architects of tomorrow? Stick around as we unlock the secrets behind designing the sustainable, smart, and simply stunning cities we'll soon call home. Hello, future dwellers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on an incredible journey. We're not just looking at buildings, we're exploring the very soul of our future cities. The world's population is booming, and our concrete jungles are expanding. But how do we grow without costing the earth? The answer lies in sustainable architecture. So what exactly is a sustainable city? Imagine a place where your home generates its own power, where water is recycled and reused, and where lush green spaces are woven into the very fabric of the urban landscape. This isn't science fiction. This is the goal of architects like Dr. Elena Vance. We met Dr. Vance at her studio, a living example of her principles. The building is covered in a green skin of vertical gardens that insulate it and purify the air. Solar panels on the roof do more than just power the lights. They feed excess energy back into the local grid. Inside, natural light floods every corner, reducing the need for artificial lighting. Sustainability isn't just about solar panels or recycling bins, she told us. It's a complete shift in mindset. We have to think of buildings as living organisms that are part of a larger ecosystem. How does it breathe? How does it manage its waste? How does it interact with the people and nature around it? Every design choice, from the materials we use to the orientation of the windows, has a ripple effect. A key concept here is biophilic design, the idea that humans have an innate need to connect with nature. Architects are integrating this by creating buildings with living walls, rooftop farms, and interior courtyards. These aren't just for looks. Studies show that exposure to nature reduces stress, improves cognitive function, and increases happiness. So, that park you see from your office window isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity for a healthy urban life. Let's look at a real-world example, Singapore. This island nation is a pioneer in urban sustainability. Despite being one of the most densely populated places on Earth, it's known as a city in a garden. They've implemented policies for vertical greenery, water conservation through massive reservoirs and recycling plants, and an incredibly efficient public transport system that makes owning a car almost unnecessary. Projects like the Gardens by the Bay, with its iconic super tree grove, are global symbols of what's possible when a city commits to a green vision. But sustainability is only half the story. The other half is technology. Welcome to the world of smart cities. A smart city uses data and technology to improve the quality of life for its citizens. Think of a city with a nervous system, a network of sensors, cameras, and devices all communicating with each other. We spoke with tech innovator Marcus Thorne, who develops software for smart urban planning. Imagine a traffic light system that adapts in real time to congestion, rerouting cars to prevent gridlock, or smart trash cans that signal when they're full, optimizing collection routes and saving fuel, or an app that tells you exactly where the nearest available parking spot is. This is what we're building. It's about using technology to make the city work for the people, not the other way around. This data-driven approach allows planners to understand how people move, use resources, and interact with their environment. They can then make informed decisions to improve efficiency, safety, and convenience. For example, in Songdo, South Korea, often called the world's first smart city, waste is sucked directly from homes through a pneumatic tube network to a central processing facility, eliminating the need for garbage trucks. That's a cleaner, quieter, and more efficient solution. However, the idea of a city that's always watching raises important questions about privacy and data security. Who owns this data? How is it being used? Architects and planners must work hand in hand with ethicists and the public to ensure that these smart cities are also just and equitable cities. The goal is to empower citizens, not to control them. So, we have green cities and smart cities. The real magic happens when you bring them together. This is where we find truly futuristic concepts. Let's talk about materials. Researchers are developing self-healing concrete that can repair its own cracks, and transparent wood that could one day replace glass, offering better insulation and strength. We're seeing smog-eating buildings coated in titanium dioxide, which neutralizes pollutants when exposed to sunlight. And what about how we live and work? The pandemic showed us the potential of remote work. Future city designs might move away from the traditional central business district. Instead, we might see the rise of the 15-minute city, a concept where everything you need, work, shopping, education, healthcare, and leisure, is within a 15-minute walk or bike ride from your home. This creates more vibrant, self-sufficient neighborhoods, reduces our reliance on cars, and fosters a stronger sense of community. Architects are also rethinking transportation. While flying cars might still be a ways off, we're seeing the integration of autonomous electric vehicles, high-speed rail, and expanded networks for cyclists and pedestrians. The focus is shifting from moving cars to moving people, efficiently and sustainably. What does it take to become an architect of tomorrow? It's not just about being good at drawing or math. It requires a deep understanding of sociology, ecology, engineering, technology, and art. It's about being a problem solver, a collaborator, and a dreamer. It's about having the courage to challenge the status quo and ask, what if? The young architects we met are passionate and optimistic. They see challenges like climate change and urbanization not as insurmountable problems, but as design opportunities. They are experimenting with modular construction, 3D printing entire houses, and designing buildings that can adapt and change over their lifespan. Their vision is one of hope, a future where our cities are not just places where we live, but places that help us live better. Cities that are resilient, inclusive, and beautiful. Cities that are in harmony with nature, not at war with it. The path to creating these cities isn't easy. It requires bold vision from governments, innovation from the private sector, and, most importantly, buy-in from all of us, the citizens. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of where we live. So, the next time you walk through your city, look up. Look at the buildings, the streets, the parks, and ask yourself, what would the architect of tomorrow do here? The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we build together, one blueprint at a time. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into the cities of the future. What's the one sustainable or smart feature you'd love to see in your city? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this inspiring, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, keep dreaming big and building a better tomorrow.